Alright boys, we are back, and it's time to continue our NHL 14 GM mode commentary with the Quebec City Ace Nordiques, I guess we could call them. I don't even know. I wish I could call them the Nordiques, man. Whatever. Quebec City Ace Nordiques. I can live with that. Now, in the last video, I did not want to get too far, just because I figured we'd run into some problems, and we did. The comment section was full of people angry that Alexander Barkov is not represented the right way in this game, okay? So, this is exactly why, guys, I did not want to go ahead at all, okay? So, I will let you know that I have improved Alexander Barkov for you guys. He is in the game. He was just before like a 2.5 star, 55 or 57 overall player, okay? So I haven't improved him too much. I'll just show you guys, and I'll legitimize why I did it. So I gave him the potential boost up to 4.5 stars. I was tempted to give him 4.5 green stars, but I figured, you know what, that's like a dynasty type player. He did go second overall, but I think 4.5 stars is just fine. And for his individual stats, any individual stat except for fighting skill that was lower than 70, I bumped up to 70, okay? There was only a few of them. I think like one of them was wrist shot accuracy, a few in the defensive category. Basically, any stat that you see at 70, there was a good chance that I bumped it up from like 68 or something, right? I don't know why these guys are rated so low. It's not like when the draft comes around in the NHL, people are drafting players based on, oh, this guy's going to be good in 10 years. His potential is great. No, they're getting drafted because they're the best players in the CHL. Barkov was like the second best forward, apparently, out of all the forwards being drafted. So how is he only 60 overall, right? I mean, the top 5 should be like mid-70s, pushing high 80s, in my opinion. But we're not going to get into that, okay? So I made him 60 overall, 4.5 star, and I will just show you guys why I did this. Hang on one second. I'm not crazy here. Let me just go to trade. Yeah, it's a lot easier if I go to the trading negotiations. I'll compare Alexander Barkov to the 4 guys or the 3 guys that got drafted around him, okay? So the first guy, Nate MacKinnon. He is 64 overall at 18 years old. So that's why I didn't want to make Barkov like 70. I didn't feel right making him better than Nate MacKinnon, right? And Nate MacKinnon's got the 4.5 green star potential. So that's what I was going on, okay? So the first overall pick is 64 overall. Let's go to the Nashville Predators, who, you know, they got the best rookie of that class. This guy's 73 overall, 18 years old. Seth Jones, 4.5 star green star potential, all right? So, I mean, this guy's going to be a stud player for sure. And then we'll go to the number 3 pick, Jonathan Drouin from the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, there he is, 18 years old at 67 overall, 4.5 green star potential. Okay, so that's why I made Alexander Barkov a little bit better. I didn't want to make him better than these guys, so he has 60 overall, but he's got the 4.5 star potential. So in 3-4 years, hopefully he gets better. And also, this is a new game, right? So we don't know what to expect. He may get better after 1 year. Okay, so let's just go forward with that. So there he is. His trading value's up there now, 60 overall, okay? So Alexander Barkov is now a good prospect for our team alongside of Jonathan Huberdeau. Now, going back to the last video, I was asking you guys what should be our goal, what should this team be, and a lot of people were saying rebuilding team, right? And I kind of agree with you, but because this is the new game, I want to see if this team can actually make the playoffs if we add the right players, right? But I will agree that when it comes to prospect, especially forward prospects, we are very weak. Barkov and Huberdeau can be your 1-2 punch at center going forward, right? But then other than that, let me just go to forwards. Other than that, I mean, you got Trocheck, Howden. I don't know how those guys are going to turn up, but I think they're like 2-way forwards, right? We don't have any like 4.5 star or 4 green star snipers or power forwards. And that's what I'd like to get, at least one of them. Now, I don't want to go into a full-on rebuild, but you guys were saying that the Detroit Red Wings, Anthony Mantha, is available, and that would almost be, if he's kind of the same player, yeah, he is. I was going to say, kind of the same player as he was in NHL 13. It's exactly what I'm looking for. He hasn't been signed just yet. He's got a red name, 62 overall, 18 years old, so he's kind of the same thing as an Alexander Barkov, right? He's going to get better in like 2, 3, 4 years, but he's that power forward left wing 4.5 star potential, 18 years old. This guy, when did he get drafted? He got drafted 20th overall, and EA still gives him 4.5 star potential. That's crazy. But yeah, this guy definitely does work out for us. Discipline 75, that's good. Poise 65, he's a rookie. But he's got a hard slap shot, so he may, a hard shot, so he may actually become a goal-scoring power forward. But I agree with that. We should get a young prospect that may not be ready for this year, but at least we have him in the system, right? Because if we are a good team this year, we may not have a good draft pick. And I don't want to be going out there trying to trade for like Zetterberg or prospects with that kind of trade value that teams don't want to give up. It's going to be way too hard. But Anthony Mantha, they want to give him up. So you know what? That is a perfect one prospect to get going forward. So now you got Barkov, Huberdeau, and Mantha. I like that. Now, is there anybody else that they'd be willing to give up? See if we can make some good trades here. Skaters willing to give up. Sheahan, 72 overall. Damn, who's this guy? 72 overall, two-way forward. 3.5 green star potential. I like that. That's a guaranteed third or fourth liner for you. Face-offs is at 60 for a face-off guy, or for a center. All right. That's not bad. Jerko, he's a sniper, isn't he? Yeah. Ooh, you know what? Get Mantha and Jerko as another sniper. 4-star. Because you got your two playmakers. You know, you could get two players right here from Detroit in Jerko and Mantha. Left wing, right wing, power forward, sniper. I mean, they could be two second liners or two first liners, or second line and a first line, right? We still have plenty of room going forward. You know what? That might just be a good idea. I was thinking a defenseman, but they don't have any good defensemen that they're willing to give up. Yeah, you know what? Jerko. Let me just take a look at his stats again. Discipline, 82. I like that. He's got a hard shot already. He could get away with playing. No, not yet. He'd play one more year in the minors. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's see if we can do it. The new trading system, right? And I don't know if we have any top prospects that we can give up. So Mantha and Jerko. Now, who do they want? Skaters that are matching the block. They got Kulikov, who's going nowhere. Good Branson going nowhere. Kuba, Jovanovski. All right, these guys can definitely go somewhere. Jovanovski especially. I mean, he's 80 overall, but how many more years? 2 years left. I can save some cap right there. It's got no trade value, though. I think that's the trade difficulty right there. I think that's what changes when it comes to trade difficulty. It's not like the computer AI gets a different system. I think just trade values get manipulated a bit. So let's see if we can... no, look at... Oh, that's going to be a problem. Never mind. They only have 1.6 salary cap. So would any of these players work here? Kuba wouldn't even work. No, it wouldn't. So we're going to have to try and trade away players. Good thing I don't have any rules this time. I can make whatever freaking trades I want. Yeah, see, all the 0 players, the years left, they got no trade value on them. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. So let's try to find any of these players with a top trade value that we know we don't need. Okay, like sure, no, these guys I'm holding on to. Fleischman, I want to hold on to Fleischman because, again, I want to try and make those playoffs. 84 overall, that's not bad. Trocheck, he's a prospect. Good Branson, Brian Campbell. You guys were saying trade away Brian Campbell, but there's no way I can trade that salary cap. And, again, he's 84 overall for another 3 years. It's not horrible. All right, but the trade deadline, I mean, that's when we make those trades. Right now, I'm going to hold on to players like that. Petrovic, Howden, Bugstad, these guys are all mid-70s. What's their potential? 4-star, 4-star, 4.5-star. I want to hold on to those guys, yeah. Try to find... Damn, look at that. Yeah, it's not like NHL 13 where you can just trade away anybody that you want. It is much harder. Okay, what about goaltenders? I don't think I'll be able to get both of these guys. Yeah, Markstrom, Hauser... Yeah, I'm not getting anyone like that. All right, so Anthony Mantha. See what I mean? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to make these trades. I can easily trade away the older players, but if I do that, then we can say sayonara to the playoff run. Campbell, Kopecky. Thomas Kopecky, 31 years old. Who is this guy? He has 83 overall, but I could easily move this guy. He's got a pretty good defensive category. You know what? He might actually be... not too bad to help you out with the playoff run. And can they even afford that They can't afford that contract anyways. All right, so let me take off Jerko from this. There's no way I'm going to get both these guys here. All right, we really don't have that much assets to trade right now. You know, it's definitely not like NHL 13, boys. So if I'm getting to get Anthony Mantha, I have to be willing to give up a prospect here. Okay, so defensive prospects. Kulikov, Goodbranson, Petrovic... Roback and okay, Roback. I think I can give up Roback or Petrovic here. Let me just see both these guys. He's 4-star, 4.5-star potential. Roback. Let me just check out this guy. 2-way defenseman, 23, 6'4", discipline 81. He's a 2-way defenseman. He's not bad. He'd be a serviceable player in like a year or two. But again, you got to make a trade to get. You got to trade a player to get one back, and we already have Kulikov, Goodbranson, and Petrovic that I can use going forward. How good is this Petrovic guy? I'm gonna take my time here, boys. These trades are not just as. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna trade away Petrovic. I know he's got good, but look at that discipline, 65. I do not like players with low discipline. I never have. unless they're tough guys. And this guy's not a tough guy with not the greatest fighting skill. He's got 4-star potential, which is nice, but again, that discipline rating, I do not like that. And this guy's got pretty good trade value, so I can make this work right here. All right, so Petrovic for Mantha. Now, why won't that go through? Let me just see why this won't go through. As we'd have more than 45 skaters in our organization. All right, so I'm going to have to get one of their shitty players back. That's not a problem, though. All right, let me get somebody with 1 year. This guy, he'll work out. Yep. All right, so now that will work. So Anthony Mantha and this guy, so it's basically just Mantha for Petrovic. I don't think that'll go through, but it could go through because they want to give up Mantha, okay? So let's see. Petrovic for Mantha. Will it go through? No. Okay, so value just isn't there whatsoever. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to add another one of these shitty players on the deal. There you go. And let's try to find another prospect that we can give up. So Petrovic we gave up because of the low discipline. Now we got to hold on to Roback, okay? We have to. Everyone else, they got no trade value, so there's no point in trying to trade them. Kopecky and Versteeg we're going to hold on to. These guys got no trade value. Left wingers, Fleischmann we're holding on to. Bergenheim, we're going to hold on to Bergenheim. Nobody else has any trade value. Barkov, Huberdeau, Shore, Trocheck, Howden. Yeah, it's got to be one of these guys. Trocheck, Howden, or Bugstad. Or Mueller. How about Mueller? Is he getting any better, Mueller? 3.5 star. Ooh. Hang on a second. He's got some trade value. You know what? If I did that, I think the hang on, salary. Yeah, salary cap won't work. It has to be somebody who's got like less than $1 million. Howden, would that work? Yeah, Howden would work. Okay. Bugstad, would that work? Bugstad would work. Okay, so one of these guys will definitely make the trade go through. I just got to figure out which one of them I want. They're all centers. Hang on, forwards. Yeah, they're all centers. All right, so they're all centers. 20 years old, 21, 21. Let's check out potentials. Trocheck and Howden are 4 stars. Bugstad is 3.5 star, but he's already 75 overall. So let's check out Bugstad. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Nick Bjogstad, 2-way forward. Same thing. They're all 2-way forwards, basically. Yeah, you know what? 6'6", but I'm getting a good player back here. He was drafted 19th overall. Nah, you know what? 2-way forward. I can give him up. He's a good little player, but I got better 2-way forward centers right here in Trocheck and Howden. I'll just show you guys just to be certain. All right, Quinton Howden, 2-way forward, 4-star potential. All right, overall wise, he may be a little bit worse, but his potential is higher. He's gonna get better. And same thing with Trocheck. He's my top. He's a playmaker. Never mind, this guy's a playmaker. I don't want to trade away this guy just yet. See how good he becomes. So Bugstad, I think he's got to be the one who's going. All right, so Petrovic and Bjogstad. There you go, there you go. Yeah, I think that'll go through. Now, because I think that'll go through, let's see if we can maybe steal a draft pick here, okay? I don't think I'll be able to do it, but let's try it out. First round pick from Detroit, will it go through? No. All right. Now, if I maybe add in my third, will that go through? Nope. Second, will that go through? No. It's quite close to fair value now, okay? So I'm using that second to move up. It's not like I'm getting a pick, I'm moving up. So now, let us try using a fifth with that. No, all right, how about a fourth? I'll go down to the third. There you go. All right, so I'll take that. All right, so I kind of did that quickly. Shit, I should have read it out. But what did we get? We got Detroit's first-round pick, Anthony Mantha, and we gave up a center 2-way forward prospect, who we still have covered, a defensive prospect, and a second and a fourth-round pick, I believe. Yeah, so there you go. So you guys were asking for a rebuild. I wanted a playoff run. We had a semi-rebuild by getting another draft pick, okay? Nothing too spectacular, but still it's there. And forwards now, let's see. Forwards for potential. We got Huberdeau, Barkov, and Mantha now. Okay, so there you go. And they are 20, 18, and 18 years old. I would like to still get my hands on a sniper, but just for this year, that's one prospect that we got. Now, defensively, I would like to get a 4.5-star defenseman prospect. So before we start this simulation, don't worry, I'm going to get some simulating done today for you guys. You know what I'll do? Yeah, that was a pretty big trade. I want to make sure I don't lose that. So let's just switch over here. Hang on 1 second. Let me get to a right screen. Alright, that's much better. Okay, so we just made those trades. Now let's go to our trading block and let's just see the prospect pool for 4.5-star potential defensemen, okay? We already made that big trade. I don't think we're going to be able to make another trade unless we give up something that we don't want to give up. But let us just see if there's anything available. I'll go 26 years old. Alright, so minimum range. You know what, I'll go, no, let's try a 4.5-star potential. Let's just see if there's anything out there, okay? So 4.5-star potential. You got Seth Jones. I'm just going to come down here to trade value that I can maybe make work. All these trade values, all right, so finally down here. All right, so you got Tyler Myers. Actually, look at Tyler Myers' trade value. Is it probably because his cap hit? Yeah, 6 years at 5.5 mil. That's why. You know what, though? That might be something we might just want to snag up, right? You got Jake Gardner, 81. Justin Schultz, 81. Ekman Larson, 82. These guys are, ooh, how about Brendan Gormley? Nah, his trade value is too much. I'd rather go after Tyler Myers from Buffalo. Let's try him out. Why not? Shit. I'd pay him that much if he's going to get better, right? Because we're a younger team, and now I could give up one of those, because the Detroit trade, I couldn't trade away cap, but now with this, if I'm getting 6 mil back, I can easily get 6. Oh, man, this guy, I don't know why why his trade value would be so low. I'm trying to look for a bad part, but his discipline is up there at 83, offensive awareness 88, poise is 80. He's still getting better. I know it's 4.5 green red star, but just imagine 4 green star. You know, even if he stays at 86 overall. Yeah, you know what? Let's try to make this deal. And I don't think they want to give him up. That's going to be the problem. Yeah, they don't. But on the flip side, his trade value is nice and low, so we might be able to make this work. And that takes care of our defense for a while. How old is he? 23 years old? Like, we wouldn't, he is a prospect, basically. Yeah, 6'8" as well. Tyler Myers. Hell freaking yeah. From Buffalo, get him up here to Quebec. All right, let's see if we can make this work. All right, so Kulikov, Huberdeau, Shore, they want all these guys. Okay, look at that. They want some of my older players like Fleischman, Versteeg, Roback. Mueller they even want as well. I wanted to check out Mueller. What's his stats like? Is he somebody I want to hold on to for the season? Offensively, yeah, he's not bad offensively. He could probably get us some points, which wouldn't be bad. Bergenheim, Gotch, all these guys down here. What about my high-paying defensemen like Jovanovski and shit? Do they want those guys? No, they don't want Jovanovski. I can add him to the deal just because I want to free up some of that cap space. What's the... damn it. They don't have room on their roster. And they don't have any red players that they're willing to give away. You know what? I don't think this is going to work for Tyler Myers. It would have to be somebody who's got, right from the beginning, really good trade value. Like Kulikov, Huberdeau, Barkov, Mantha, Shore. Ooh, you know what? Why not just do one of this? This Shore guy's the... No. Shore's not going anywhere. Shore's not going anywhere. But what about that center playmaker that I had? Who was it? Howden? Was Howden the center playmaker? No, he was the two-way forward. Who was the center playmaker? Hang on. Trocheck. Yeah, it was Trocheck. Do I need a center playmaker anymore? I mean, he's good. He's got the 4-star potential, right? But we're moving him. We're getting a good player back. And I already have 2 playmakers in Huberdeau and Barkov, right? So, again, it's not like NHL 13 where you can just trade away crap and get something back. You have to give up something here. I like this. Because I don't want to give away Trocheck, but you're getting something back big time in Tyler Myers, right? And Trocheck's trade value is higher than Tyler Myers right now. I think I can make this work. All right, so let's just see straight up Trocheck for Myers. I mean, I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. But they don't want Trocheck and they don't want Myers, so I don't think it'll go through. But let's try it out. You'll need to sweeten it just a touch. Are you kidding me? All right, we got to make this go through. Hell yeah, this is way too good. Why don't we move some of the no contract players, because I think he can accept those. Any of them have good potential? No good potential. So, boom, yeah, they can accept all these guys. So let me just add in a bunch of these goofballs. They're all, yeah, like, hang on. 2.5 star, 2.5 star, 2.5 star, 2.5 star. Everybody except for Mantha that is unsigned is a player that I can unload. So let me just unload all these players. All right, and yeah, I don't want these players on my team anyways. I don't need to get a draft pick. I'll try to get a third. You know what? Yeah, I'll try to get a third, if not a fourth. And if not, we'll just make it go through. So, Trocheck for Tyler Myers in a third. Will it go through? Nope. Let me try a fourth. Will it go through? Nope. All right. How about nothing? Will it go through? No. Okay. So, a bunch of these guys didn't make it work. It's going to have to be... I don't want to give up a draft pick. Hang on. Let me find somebody else who I can dump who's got a little bit of trade value. Fleischman, I'm not giving up Fleischman. Thomas Kopecky. Just dump him, why not, right? I mean, how good is he again? He's a two-way forward. No, he can help the team this year. I still want to make those playoffs. These guys are traded at the trade deadline. Thomas Kopecky, Versteeg, all right? If I trade them now, then it's throwing the season away. Roback, we're holding on to. Kuba we're holding on to. Jovan Hosky we're holding on to. Weaver Gilroy. Yeah, I could probably trade away these guys, like Weaver. Yeah, I could trade away these guys. There you go. So, what the hell happened here? Hang on, I guess I got to take this guy off. Kulikov, there you go. Alright, let me find Weaver again. Weaver, and, you know what? I don't even think that'll work, because they got no trade value. Like, I was thinking, let's see. There you go. Will that go through? Oh, it did go through. All right, so there you go. All right, so it just needed a little bit of a green player. So that's a huge trade, boys. We traded away our 4-star playmaking prospect, Trocheck. What was it else? A bunch of young prospects and Weaver to the Buffalo Sabres. Did I get a draft pick back from them as well? No, I didn't. To the Buffalo Sabres for a young player that didn't mean anything. But we also picked up... Where is he? Oh, I'm on the friggin' Buffalo Sabres. There you go. We also picked up Tyler Myers, 86 overall, 23 years old. All right, doesn't have quite the potential that we're used to, but still 4.5-star potential is great. All right, and we can afford that contract, so I will take it. So there you go, boys. Anthony Mantha, Tyler Myers on our team. Okay, I think that's more than a rebuild right there, and we can still make the playoffs this year. But now we run into a problem of salary cap, right? Remember how I wanted to sign what's his face? Brizgalov. I don't know if we can afford him anymore. We might be able to, but let me just see. So if I'm going to do this, what I can do to save some money is send Hauser up to the team. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's why. I have way too many players. I can even save some money here. So Myers, Campbell, Kulikov, Goodbranson, Kuba, Jovanovski. Yeah, that's going to be our defensive core for this year. All right, right wingers. Let me just go forwards. All right, forwards. Who needs to be taken off? Coatsy, you got to be taken off. Sunder, this is the guy that I traded for with the Tyler Myers deal. All right, you come off the team. There you go. We got a bunch of players that we can use now. All right, so actually, should I have Bobby Butler up there instead of Joey Crabb? Nah, I'll leave Joey Crabb. Butler can get some time in the AHL. All right, so the way we have it right now, this is the way our team looks. Best lines. Hang on. Best lines. I shouldn't have everyone. Everyone should be dressed. Yeah, everyone's dressed. All right, so Fleischman, Huberdeau, Versteeg, Bergenheim, Mueller, Kopecky, Joey Crabb, Gotch, Upshaw, Matthias, Shore, and Gomez. Okay, so you got a deep team there. I mean, nobody lower than 78, which is nice. You don't have any studs, but at least Huberdeau's on the first line. And then defensively now, you got Kulikov and Tyler Myers. That looks a lot differently, doesn't it? Campbell, Goodbranson, and Kuba and Jovanovski. Not a single 70, okay? I think if we can get Ilya Brizgalov, man, I think we could be a playoff team this year, boys. And we got some prospects, so let's try it out. Let's try it out. Goalies, let me just save a little bit more space here, a little bit more cap room. Hauser, I know I'm going to use. Clemenson, I know I'm not going to use. There you go. Oh, and also I have another strategy to use here. San Antonio, right? If we're going to be using, what's his name? Where is he? Oh, he's not on the, has he not been dressed? Where's Barkov? Barkov, where are you? Oh, he's scratched? Yeah, he's down here scratched. Okay. I can do that. I want to get Barkov playing on the first line, but with really good wingers. So Butler can be one of his wingers, but I think in the free agency, I'm going to sign another like low 80 or high 70 forward to play alongside of Barkov, and then yeah, those are fine defensemen. Okay, and then goaltender Clemenson can be the goalie. Yeah, that works because if we let our AHL team or help our AHL team become the best team that it can be, maybe that helps Barkov become a better player sooner, right? So we'll do that as well. Let's head into free agency, but before we do that, let me just flip videos here. Hang on one second. All right, so we will go into free agency now. We will pick up some players that can help our team out right now and help out our AHL team. We have enough salary cap that we can sign a few players. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me just in case, because I don't want to start simulating and then get those stupid messages saying you don't have enough room on your team, right? So let me just do something here. Let me clean up my team a little bit. All skaters. Yeah, let me just trade away a bunch of these players that I know I'm never going to use. Like McFadden, like these guys. Yeah, because these guys are only taking up room on the AHL team anyway. So let's find a team that can take McFadden. All right, I will only get, no, Anaheim can't do it. What about Boston? Boston can do it. I will try to get, how much could you even get for these guys? This is a good experiment. McFadden for a fourth. No, you can't get a fourth. A fifth? Can't get a fifth. All right, so this is already a lot better. A sixth. Yeah, well, you know, even still a sixth, but in NHL 13, you could get like third and fourth round picks for those players. So that has been increased or improved on. Defenseman. Let me just keep doing this. 72 overall, he can play. That's good enough. I love how you can see the overalls right before the trade values. I didn't even mention that. That's fucking awesome. Holy shit. I can decide if I want to trade him away or not just from this screen. Boston, do you have room for another player? No, you don't. Buffalo, no, you don't. Calgary, yes, you do. I will take your 5th, Calgary. Oh, yeah. All right, so it's a 6th again. That's fine. I like how that I can't just get earlier picks. Oh, I'll load up on some older picks. That's fine. You guys. Yeah, you guys are nothing. There you go. Let me sign this. Oh, I can get another. Let me just get the 7th from Calgary. There you go. I just want to just trade away a few players, so I know for a fact that it's not a problem whatsoever in signing free agents, okay? I hate getting that message that you have too many players under contract. So let me just get rid of these players. 7th round pick. There you go. And we'll do one more skater. That should be enough for the players that I want. 65 overall. Yeah, this guy. Domski! How good is his potential? No, okay. Colorado. Nope. Columbus. Yeah, Columbus will take it. I need to go down to a 6th. Alright, so there you go. We traded away a bunch of young prospects. Well, not really young prospects. You guys know what I'm talking about. And goalies, we only have 3 goalies under contract also. So it'll be no problem signing those players. Alright? So roster moves. Yeah, what has to be done here? Too many players under the team or not enough? Or is it just line changes? Yeah, it's just line changes. Okay, so we'll take care of those line changes. Now we can go into free agency with our 6.6 or whatever it is. Hopefully Brizgalov is only like 3.5 or 4 mil, because then I'd be able to get another player as well. But the goaltender is the big thing right now. All right, Brizgalov, we got a 5.1 million. God damn you, Brizgalov. Yeah, I guess so. If I jack up the years, yeah, I only want 1 year anyways. 5.1, yeah. You know what? I'm getting a starting goalie here. I'll take it. Now, I have 6.6, so I have just over 1.5 mil, or nah, not 1.5, but just under 1.5, basically. All right. So we got Ilya Brizgalov. Now, who's available for less than like a mil that I could get? 1.3. Hammerlick. I don't need that. Go down here. There you go. Mara, Barker, Kobasu, Foster, all these guys I can afford. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for that player who can play alongside of Barkov then with the remaining money that we have. All right, so Tim Connolly, could you play alongside? You know, I'm going to let Tim Connolly play alongside of, what's his name? Barkov in the minors. He's got a pretty good offensive category, and he can help out our AHL team. 78 overall, all right? Two-way, yeah, that works for me. There you go. So those 2 guys are good for now. Let's see how much salary cap we have once we sign them. Hopefully, oh man, if Brizgalov goes to another team, I'll be kicking myself for not offering him more. You are now the GM of the Quebec City Ace Nordiques. We are giving you a crack at calling the shots for the next 3 years. I'm looking for at least 38 wins out of the year, out of you from this year, blah, blah, blah. All right, so he's not even expecting us to be a playoff team. But I'd like to see if we can be, all right? Ooh, I already got some stats. I should definitely load this up, all right? Amateur scout, medical assistant. You know what? We got to go medical assistant and amateur scout. Well, yeah, we'll go amateur scout. Yeah, that makes sense. We are a young team that might be using the draft, so we'll get the we'll get the medical thing when we know we're a playoff team. Blah blah blah. So we're still simulating up here, waiting for Brizgalov to join the team, and then we can do some line changes. You know, initially I wanted to do some regular season simulating, but we're actually not going to. What I can do is we can get the free agency done, then you guys can help me out with the line changes, and then the next video we'll start the simulation right away. So Tim Connolly, he's accepted our offer, and Ilya Brizgalov. All right, the black hole. Finally. So now Markstrom can get some good backup time because he is listed as a backup, and he won't be, you know, shell-shocked the whole year, I guess you could say. And Brizgalov, he's just gone through a couple years in Philadelphia. I mean, he can handle Florida now, no problem, all right? So Brizgalov, get up to the team. There you go. Hauser, back down to the minors. There you go. So you got Brizgalov and Markstrom, right? Defenseman now, you got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that makes sense. And forwards, let me make sure. Connolly, yeah, he's already down in the minors, so that's good. All right, so we're good. Now, we still have $1.9 million available, so you know what? Let's go back into free agency and see if there's somebody else. I'm thinking of forward, because defensively we had all 80s, but forward we still had some 70s in there. So maybe just I didn't want to simulate game. Maybe just like a grinder. If there's some grinder out there that I can afford that's still in the 80s, that has a really good defensive category with good discipline, I'll take that. So affordable. Let me go forwards. I don't want defensemen. Forwards. All right, so Kobe Armstrong's available. So all these guys. So let's just go through their stats individually here. Kobe Armstrong, 84, 84, 85. Not bad. Discipline, 70. 82, no. Armstrong. Kyle Wood, no. Armstrong. Ruslan Fedotenko. I'd rather have Ruslan. Yeah, Ruslan's the new one. Kobasu, nope. Arnott, nope. Nope. I'm flying through this, boys. I know what I'm looking for. Nope. No, I think we got to go with Ruslan Fedotenko. I think he's the best guy to grab for this team right here. Even though he's an older player, he's a perfect player that we could sign, and if we get him, then we can trade him away at the trade deadline if we're not a playoff team, all right? And he helps out that third or fourth line. Again, I want to be that playoff team this year. We already got Tyler Myers and Anthony Mantha, all right? We have young guns on our team. We increased Barkov. I think the rebuild can still happen anyways for this team, okay? So I think we'll be all right. So let's just simulate up ahead here until these guys re-sign. We'll do our scouting assignments. So Ruslan Fedotenko's on our team. So let's just finish this off now. We'll do the scouting assignment. All right. We'll send our scout out to the WH. You know what? We'll do OHL defenseman because Aaron Ekblad, I want to check out how good he is in this. I could use another a defenseman. If I get Myers, Kulikov, and another defensive prospect, oh, we're set. We're set for the franchise. So defenseman, OHL for 6 weeks. Update scouting assignment. Very nice. And last but not least, roster moves. You guys can help me out with the line changes now, okay? So Markstrom and Brizgalov. There you go. Defensively, we got Myers, Campbell, Kulikov, Goodbranson, Kuba, and Jovanovski. And forwards, we got, I think I got everyone I need. Fedotenko, you're going to move up. And we're going to send Crab up. Let me just try to find Shore. I'll send Shore down because he was, actually, he's pretty good already. No, he can play in the NHL. Screw that. I'll send Joey Crab down. Yeah, Joey Crab, you can go down. There you go. All right, so if you take a look at our team now, best lines, you guys can help me out. Who should play where? All right, Huberdeau definitely on the first line, but think playoffs. How can we form this team best to make the playoffs and do good in the playoffs? Not how can we form this team to play our young guns the most to get them the most points. No. How can we be a playoff team, okay? Defensively, same thing. Power play, penalty kill, you guys can let me know. And also, something that we need to do, I definitely want to do this. Who should play alongside of Barkov in the AHL? I'm going to put him on the first line with Tim Connolly and who else? Bobby Butler? That looks about right. You got 2 playmakers and a sniper. And then power play, penalty kill, he's also going to be on, okay? So we're going to leave it right there. The next video, we'll start the simulation. But the Quebec Ace Nordiques, they've done a little bit of rebuilding, but they've also made a step in the right direction for the playoffs. I'm hoping, all right? So I will see you guys in the next video.